Tonight on Eagle Angle, we hear about the Tulsa Race Massacre.
Take a look at the first all-female spacewalk.
And get a full sports update on all your favorite OC teams. All this and more tonight on Eagle Angle. And welcome to Eagle Angle. I'm Reagan Meyer.
I'm Elijah Johnson. Eagle Angle is a student-produced newscast live from the campus of Oklahoma Christian University.
OC got to hear from the influential guest speaker Hannibal B. Johnson last night about the infamous Tulsa Race Massacre. Our very own Trinity Carpenter has the story.
Last night's guest speaker Hannibal B. Johnson, an expert on the Tulsa Race Massacre, provided the OC community with tips on how to deal with and move forward from the past.
We have to face the challenges of our past. We have to acknowledge, we have to apologize where appropriate, and we have to atone.
He and President John DeStiger also discussed the specifics of what took place in Greenwood just 98 years ago.
I think we have to call this what it was. It's historical trauma, and people behave in sort of peculiar ways after traumatic events. There's post-traumatic stress disorder, there's fear, there's blame, there's shame, there's guilt. All these sort of psychological dynamics are going on that, coming together, the confluence of those things often leads to what you might characterize as a conspiracy of silence around the event.
More details about the Tulsa Race Massacre can be found in Mr. Johnson's book, Black Wall Street from Riot to Renaissance, in Tulsa's Greenwood District. Reporting for Eagle Angle, this is Trinity Carpenter.
Rear Wings is a favorite OC tradition to welcome freshmen and transfer students. Applications for director positions are now available. Interviews will be November 4th through the 15th in the Student Life Office. To apply, you must graduate in the year 2021 and have a GPA of 2.5 or higher. A link to the application is available in your student announcements.
Homecoming is around the corner and nominations for King and Queen are now open. The nominations for Queen are Katie Baker, Nikki Larson, Sydney Lair, Destiny Grace, Emily Cohorn, and Morgan Bowling. For King, they're Trent Naylor, Will Gatherite, Justin McCleckley, Adam Lair, J.P. Hallsbury, and our very own director, Blake Mayfield. The first round of voting will close Sunday night, the 27th. You can vote for King, Queen, and then the top 3 candidates from both the King and Queen candidates will then go on to the ballot for the final round of voting. The final round of voting will be sent out in your student announcements and will close next Friday, November 1st at midnight.
You can now view course schedules and make preferred lists for the spring of 2020 semester. To view classes, go to my.oc.edu and click on the course schedule search tab. To create a preferred list, click on the wedge registration process. The pre-enrollment dates are coming up, so make sure to do this as soon as possible. Also be sure to take care of any holds that you have on the account so you can register as soon as the enrollment opens.
OC is excited to welcome Q Union to campus this Thursday at 7 p.m. in Judd Theater. Q Union is a group that empowers students to engage cultural tensions by providing the opportunity to address complicated issues and present hopeful solutions. You'll get to hear from nationally broadcast speakers like Malcolm Gladwell, Rebecca Lyons, and Francis Chan. Also, several OC students will be speaking from their own experiences. Elise Miller, a junior journalism major, Hannah Siebold, a junior family science major, and Cade Deister, a junior psychology major, will all be speaking. Come out and hear some engaging, complex dialogue.
If you have any stories you would like us to report on, send an email to our news producer at becca.kishork@eagles.oc.edu. Now for our national news. The United States is making history this week as NASA astronauts Jessica Meir and Christina Koch conduct the first all-female spacewalk outside of the International Space Station. Reed Binion has the story.
We recognize that it is a historic achievement, and we do, of course, want to give credit to all of those that came before us.
Two female astronauts making history, emerging from the International Space Station. With one small step, they took a giant leap for womankind. NASA astronauts Jessica Meir and Christina Cook successfully completing the first ever all-female spacewalk.
I can tell you the hard work certainly did pay off.
Repairing a faulty battery unit that was keeping newly installed batteries from increasing power to the station.
It is expected to have a good long life. Doubtful that we would even need to replace it again unless something happens.
The voice guiding them through it all back on Earth in mission control, astronaut Stephanie Wilson.
I have to ask, where are we flying over? It's beautiful.
Christina, Jessica, we are flying over the Middle East. Christina, Jessica, please stand by for a call from the President of the United States.
President Trump congratulated the astronauts as they carried out their duties.
You're very brave, brilliant women, and you represent this country so well.
For us, this is really just us doing our job. It's something we've been training for 6 years and preparing for.
I'm Reed Binion reporting.
Energy Secretary Rick Perry resigns as questions grow about Ukraine and the influence of Rudy Giuliani. CNN's Renee Marsh has more.
Staring down a subpoena deadline for documents related to his dealings with Ukraine, Energy Secretary Rick Perry has decided to make an exit.
I'm announcing my resignation, effective later this year.
Perry's video to Energy Department staff came after he informed the president in writing. Perry has become a central figure in the Ukraine probe. As U.S. Ambassador to the EU, Gordon Sondland explained, Perry was critical to the U.S.-Ukraine relationship.
We have what are called the three amigos, and the three amigos are Secretary Perry, again, Ambassador Volker, and myself. And we've been tasked with sort of overseeing the Ukraine-U.S. relationship.
Perry, a former Texas governor who spent nearly 3 years in the Trump administration without any major scandals, denies the impeachment inquiry has anything to do with his leaving. While Ukraine and its energy independence are in Perry's portfolio, he acknowledged to the Wall Street Journal he also discussed investigating the debunked theory Ukraine played a role in interfering in the 2016 election with the president's personal attorney, Rudy Giuliani, but denies discussing Joe Biden or his son Hunter.
As God is my witness, not once was a Biden name, not the former vice president, not his son, ever mentioned.
In May, Perry led the U.S. delegation to Ukrainian President Zelensky's inauguration at Trump's request. After returning, Perry met with President Trump, Special Envoy to Ukraine Kurt Volker, and Sondland in the Oval Office. The president told them to deal with Giuliani before making any deals with the Ukrainian president. Perry defends the president's request to circumvent official channels.
As the governor of Texas, I use people outside of government all the time to give me information. I respect the State Department, but I happen to know people in the energy industry that are smarter than the State Department folks.
Everybody knows that a proper nutrition is a key part of good health. But when energy lags and you need a snack to keep you going, it can be tempting to reach for something sugary instead of something that's good for you. Because there's so much temptation, snacking has a bad rap, but it doesn't have to be that way. Kim Hutcherson has more in today's Health Minute.
A healthy snack can provide energy in the middle of the day and keep you from overeating at mealtime. So try these healthy snack hacks. First and foremost, avoid the junk food. If you have to keep sugary snacks in your home, put them where they're hard to see or reach. Don't spend money on pre-packaged snacks. Buy healthful choices in bulk and divide out your portions yourself at home. This will keep you from eating too much at one time. It also allows you to tailor your snacks to your specific health needs, like subbing in unsalted nuts and homemade trail mix. Give your veggies a kick with healthy dips or spreads like hummus or tzatziki. Try to vary your vegetables to include green, red, and orange options. Bring your ready-to-eat snacks with you so you have power over your snack choices. Stock up on whole fruits like bananas, apples, and oranges. They're easy to throw into a bag and provide natural sugars rather than the processed kind. And give yourself a nutrient blast by combining food groups: yogurt and berries, apples and peanut butter, or whole grain crackers with turkey and avocado. For today's Health Minute, I'm Kim Hutcherson.
That's this week's Health Minute. We'll be right back after this break.
call me Maxie, but I prefer tripod. I was your above-average four-legged homie, and then wham, bam, minivan. Some people pity me. Now that's lame. I still run, fetch, and swim. And the ladies love me. I'm the ultimate wingman. Just don't ask me to high five.
I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat apples and bananas?
Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
Hey, Kevin, you thinking about retirement?
I'd love to, but I'm pretty busy with all this.
Yeah. Hey, let's meet our retirement coach, Avo. A is for taking action.
Not anxiety?
No, Kevin, you're gonna be fine.
You sing?
Barely. V is for variety.
And you dance?
Sort of. Come on. O is for optimize your savings.
Let Avo lead the way.
Visit aceyourretirement.org today.
Nice.
Thanks.
Dora knows better than anyone. The best place to explore is the forest.
She knows this monkey? Of course, she knows this monkey.
Experience nature.
Let's go.
Connect with family.
I love you guys.
And find your own adventure in a forest or park near you.
Let's do this. Come on, Boots.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest or park near you.
Hey Elijah, hey Reagan. I trust both of you had a great fall break.
Mine was pretty good.
Yeah, I'm still feeling pretty relaxed from having all that time off from school.
Well, you can expect that feeling to continue as the next few days have rain in store. Let's see what the weather has. Currently, it's 78 degrees and partially cloudy. It also feels just like that, so you can know the temperature is going to feel exactly like that. Let's see what's happening near you. We're going to start at the bottom of Oklahoma. 83 in Altus and Lawton, moving to 78 in Ardmore and 79 in Durant. A little cooler in OKC as it's 77 and 74 in Ada. We have a nice spread of 75-degree weather starting in Ponca City, Elk City, and in Sallisaw. In Tulsa, a little bit warmer, 76. It's 73 in Miami, and in Guyman, it's 66 degrees. Tonight, expect some rain starting at 8:30, continuing all the way until the morning. 48 degrees as your overnight temperature, and a nice Oklahoma breeze of 13 miles an hour coming in from the northeast. The humidity is 69%. This weekend, you can expect some rain early Saturday morning as well as 60 degrees for Saturday and Sunday. And the sun will come out on Sunday, so you can enjoy a great time with family and friends. Over the next 5 days, here we can see some rain Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Thursday, high of 52, low dropping into the higher 30s, 39 degrees. Friday, also rain, 49 as the high, 38 as the low. Saturday, showers in the morning, high of 62. Sunday, it will be sunny, high of 68. Monday, 64-degree weather, and a low like the previous 3 days of 41 degrees. That's all for your full weather forecast. Up next, we'll have the full scoop in this week's entertainment. Stay with us.
Dora knows better than anyone. The best place to explore is the forest.
Boots! She knows this monkey? Of course, she knows this monkey.
Experience nature.
Let's go.
Connect with family.
I love you guys.
And find your own adventure in a forest or park near you.
Let's do this. Come on, Boots.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest or park near you.
Hey, Kevin, you thinking about retirement?
I'd love to, but I'm pretty busy with all this.
Yeah. Hey, let's meet our retirement coach, Avo. A is for taking action.
Not anxiety?
No, Kevin, you're gonna be fine.
You sing?
Barely. V is for variety.
And you dance?
Sort of. Come on. O is for optimize your savings.
Let Avo lead the way.
Visit aceyourretirement.org today.
Nice.
Thanks.
Welcome back to the Entertainment Corner. I'm your host, Nick Rogers. Cardi B is joining the Fast and Furious family. The rapper will have a role in the 9th installment of the movie franchise. According to Entertainment Weekly, Cardi has a small role in the movie. Vin Diesel, the star of the film, shared an Instagram video that shows Cardi on set. In the video, Cardi says she thinks this film is going to be the best one. Fast and Furious 9 is set to debut May of 2020. Star Wars fans got their latest look at the last chapter in the Skywalker saga on Monday night. The official and final trailer for the Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker debuted during the halftime of ESPN's Monday night NFL game. The 2-minute-long trailer takes viewers through the many galaxies of the Star Wars universe. The movie is the 9th and final episode in the Skywalker story. And it's Disney's latest film in the massively popular Star Wars franchise, which it brought from Lucasfilms in 2012 at a price of $4 billion. The 4 Star Wars movies it has released so far have earned more than $4.5 billion. Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker comes out December 20th. Pre-sale tickets went on sale on Monday night. Kanye West is releasing a new album this week. He returned to Twitter Monday morning to say his Jesus is King album will be coming Friday. It was originally expected to be released last month. Last week, West released a trailer for his upcoming IMAX film that also debuts Friday, with the same name as his album. It doesn't give much away, but it's clear the project will release the rapper's spirituality. He has also been hosting hip-hop gospel Sunday service pop-up events at locations around the world for some time now. A Nickelodeon theme park is opening in New Jersey on Friday. Nickelodeon Universe, at 8.5 acres, will be the largest indoor theme park in North America. It's located at the American Dream Mall in East Rutherford. It features more than 35 rides, roller coasters, and attractions. Among the coasters, the Shell Razor featuring a 122-foot drop. Kids can meet Nickelodeon characters such as SpongeBob, Dora the Explorer, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And there will be plenty of entertainment on the slime stage. A general ticket costs $39.99, and all access tickets are $49.99. Children under 2 years old get in for free. Well, that's it for the Entertainment Corner. Now back to the desk for sports.
Thank you, Nick. I'm Jenny Rigney, and welcome to your Eagle Angle Sports Report. The Oklahoma Christian men's soccer team played at home this past Thursday when they took on the 6th best team in the country, Midwestern State. Midwestern State would come out firing, shooting 12 shots on goal in the first half and converting on 2 of those shots, taking a 2-0 lead. Midwestern State would continue firing on all angles, having 14 shots on goal in the second half and come away with a 4-0 win on the Eagles. The Eagles are now 4-6 on the regular season and 1-3 in conference play. Oklahoma Christian will play twice this week when they take on the number 16th team in the country tomorrow and take on Texas A&M International on Saturday. And as for the Lady Eagle soccer team, they were on the road this past Thursday, taking on the Lady Mustangs of Midwestern State. Midwestern State started off strong, scoring 2 quick goals within the first 15 minutes of the game. Oklahoma Christian would get back into the game in the 20th minute when Natalie Thomas scored off of a pass from Carson Hazel. But in the second half, Midwestern State would add on one more goal and hold on for the victory over Oklahoma Christian. The Lady Eagles are now 1-11 in the regular season and 1-6 in conference. The Lady Eagles will also be home this week when they take on Texas Permian Basin on Thursday and take on Lubbock Christian on Saturday. And for our men's bowling team, Oklahoma Christian's men and women's bowling teams competed in the Midwestern State Championship this past weekend. For the men's team, they finished the two-day tournament with a total of 9,315 points, which was good for an 11th place finish out of 34-team field. And for the women's bowling team, they jumped up 5 places on the day to the tournament to finish the 12th place out of a 26-team field. The Lady Eagles finished with a total score of 8,507, averaging 181.1 points per game. It will be nearly 2 months before the Eagles return to competition, as their next event isn't until December 18th in Las Vegas at the Glenn Carlson Las Vegas Shootout and the Collegiate Shootout. And the number 7 ranked men's golf team participated in the Jerry Hernshire Invitational this Monday and Tuesday. And for the third straight year, the Eagles won the fall tournament out of a 17-team field. On Tuesday, the Eagles closed out the tournament with an 11-shot win over the number 9 St. Mary's Rattlers with a team score of 284. This is the third win for the Eagles team this fall season. And also on Tuesday, the Eagles earned their second individual win of the fall season as senior Trevor Norby finished with a 3-under par 141 and edged out 5 golfers who tied for second at 142. The Eagles won't play again until the springtime, and their schedule will be out in the coming weeks. And on Monday and Tuesday, the women's golf team participated in the NCAA Division II West Super Regional in Wheeler, Texas. Out of 17-team field, the Eagles had a team score of 643, which landed them in 11th place. Shaylee Goad ended Tuesday on an even par 72 and placed herself 12th out of 89 individual players. This tournament was the last of the fall season for the Eagles, and the spring schedule will be released in the next coming weeks. And basketball season is right around the corner here at Oklahoma Christian, and our men and women's teams are working hard to prepare for this upcoming season and starting off their inaugural year in the Lone Star Conference. And on last Tuesday, our basketball teams held a late night madness rally to introduce the student body to our men and women's teams. The event included an introduction for both teams as well as an inner squad for both teams to showcase their talent. Also, as part of the late night madness, the student body got to be involved participating in multiple games and got to win prizes throughout the night. Friday, November 1st, OC will hold a pep rally for the Eagles, and homecoming will kick off the basketball season for both teams the following day on November 2nd. And as always, we'd like to remind you that OC Eagle Media will be broadcasting all of OC's home games right here live. We stream live on our Facebook and Twitter pages at OC Eagle Media, as well as broadcasted live on Cox and the Lone Star Digital Network. And that's all I have for your sports report. Join us one last time after the break for our Take a Look at This.
They call me Maxie, but I prefer tripod. I was your above-average four-legged homie, and then wham, bam, minivan. Some people pity me. Now that's lame. I still run, fetch, and swim. And the ladies love me. I'm the ultimate wingman. Just don't ask me to high five.
I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat apples and bananas?
Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
Listen, you're my friend.
I noticed you haven't really been yourself recently.
Yeah, I feel like something's up.
How are you?
Are you okay?
Is there anything you want to talk about?
I just want to know how you're feeling.
And listen, even if you don't know what to say, I'm here to talk.
No matter what you're going through,
I just want you to know I'm here.
I've got your back. When you want to talk, I'm here.
Thank you for joining us once again. This week on Take a Look at This, a high school coach disarms and then hugs a student with a gun. Take a look at this.
Angel Granados Diaz walked into his Northeast Portland, Oregon high school campus back in May, armed with his shotgun and loaded with a single shell. This newly released surveillance video shows us what happened next. That's campus coach and security guard Keenan Lowe encountering Diaz at the entrance to a classroom. He grabs the gun with one hand and reaches for the crisis-stricken 19-year-old with the other. What follows was a consoling hug and a conversation, allowing police time to respond and take control. Coach Lowe has kept a relatively low profile for the last 5 months, only discussing that moment publicly a few times, including this interview with GMA after it happened.
I feel like I was put in that room in that very moment for a reason, to protect those kids. And I end up getting the gun from him. Getting the gun with my right hand and holding them off with my left hand and calling for a teacher to come grab the gun from me.
The surveillance video confirms accounts from witnesses and likely reassures parents who had feared the worst on that summer day.
By the grace of God, nobody was hurt in this one, so I'm very thankful for that.
Earlier this month, Diaz pleaded guilty to unlawful possession of a firearm and was sentenced to 3 years probation. As part of the deal, he'll get mental health and substance abuse treatment. In a statement, the deputy district attorney confirmed Diaz never intended to hurt anyone other than himself. The DA's office also determined the weapon did not fire when Diaz pulled the trigger, giving a consoling coach time to act.
Thank you for watching Eagle Angle, where it's your campus,
your news.